What's up, guys? Doing the follow-up video as promised from yesterday. They hit it. They didn't hit it as hard as they did the day before, but there's still a little bit left up in there. And you see that one, they got a little bit more left up in there. So, and to kind of touch on some of the things of yesterday, when you're introducing these new little snacks or treats or whatever you want to call it to these deer in your hunting fields, especially, number one, make sure it's legal that you can bait for them. Here in Texas you can. And number two, sometimes you may have that hesitation that the deer may be a little skeptical on coming in there. You may get either skittish on it, like I was mentioning with the alfalfa hay. They were skittish with that. I've had the same thing with sweet feed, using that out in the hill country where I hunt out there as well. Sometimes they'll smell that sweet feed and they don't run off, but they act kind of spooky onto it. So when you're trying out these new, I guess, snacks is what we'll call them, treats, whatever have you, it's just to kind of add something more than corn to see if you can pull other deer out of the woods. This peanut butter works great. If you go and we got that, it was a local food bank, I believe it was. They had a bunch of expired stuff, and I was doing pest control at their facilities, and they handed me a bunch of expired stuff, and he said they were going to trash it. I was like, what are y'all trashing it for? Well, they can't give it to anybody once it was so long of their expiration date. And so I told him, I said, well, I got a spot. Let me try that. And he asked me what I was using it for, and I told him I'm going to try it for deer. I've always heard about it. I just $4 for a jar of peanut butter just to kind of see if you can get some deer to come and lick on it. Just seemed kind of crazy to me. But yeah, trying out these new little tricks. Unfortunately for me, I'm getting them a lot at night. We're catching them on the security camera, but we ain't catching them on hoof during the day. We'll try to take some pictures of some deer today, maybe throw it on my Facebook page, maybe post a couple pictures on my channel for you guys as well. But for the most part, try some new things. If you got the corn, alfalfa works for me. Like I said, I had a little bit of hesitation when I first took it, but I'm gonna walk over here and let's see if I can show you where on my feeder I just kind of threw it out around my feeder, and some of them were kind of running off of it, and then now they've been tearing it up. And what I'm trying to do is give them something that has a little more nutritional value than corn. For a lot of people, corn has zero nutritional value for deer, and a lot of times I don't know how true it is, but a lot of people think that corn is not that great for deer for it. But I don't know if you can see, I got a watch party coming over here. There's all my chickens running at me, but here's the alfalfa. It was all built up nice and pretty. They're coming in here tearing it up. I got another one right here. I'll just throw a little bale out, and they're just going in there. They're eating more of the alfalfa out of it and leaving the hay part. And this one right here is the one they were really kind of tearing up pretty good. But you can see that they kind of just beat it all down. So, just trying these new things, just seeing what you can pull out. Sometimes just switching it up. I used to use sweet feed a lot. We used to use a bunch of different things for that, and chickens, I don't know if they're gonna like it or not too. Let's see if this joker, come on up here. What's up, dude? This is one of my OGs. Oh yeah, look at her. Check it out. She said, I like some of that alfalfa. I'm gonna show you how good it is. What's up, honey? How you doing, old Ethel? But anyways, guys, so like I was saying, sorry, my ADHD got to get best of me. Squirrel. Throw some other stuff out there. Throw some alfalfa, some sweet feed. Try to go buy some of that Khmer deer or some of those other deer lick, deer canes, whatever else they have out there for it. I've had different luck with different things at different times of the year, and unfortunately the alfalfa for me works great down in Rock Springs in the hill country, I put it in a barrel and I feed it like a feeder. That works great for me out there, but I have a lot of exotics out there, so that's what's going to attract them. The exotics don't really seem to come to my corn feeders like that. Another thing that it does is it brings a lot of my bigger bucks in, because these bigger mature bucks, they won't come to these corn feeders. They'll go to more of something else you have out. Sweet feed is another thing. They'll smell it. Now, when I had my sweet feed out in Rock Springs, I've used that and it brought in a lot of pigs. It's also brought in a lot of younger deer. I didn't really get to see a bunch of bigger deer. So I'll keep going through these things. The peanut butter deal definitely works. I got tons of does out here, so that's all I really had. Oh, check it out. Another squirrel. I got tons of does, so it definitely, I see a lot of does out here. I'm not seeing any bigger deer, any bigger bucks, I should say, yet. But again, we had a cold front come through last night. It was super windy. We had 0 deer come to the feeder yesterday. When it's real windy, the deer don't want to come out to your feeder. They don't want to come out at all. They can't hear. It kind of confuses them. And, a lot of times you won't see them. But on that same foot, contradicting myself, I've seen some of the biggest deer of my life during the nasty, ugly, windy, rainy, ugly days. So it's kind of one of those deals where it's just, you got to get out there, put yourself in a position to see the deer, shoot the deer. But going back to what I was originally talking about with the snacks, treats, attractants, whatever else you want to put in there, these feeds, just trying something new and figuring out what works for you, what works for your area, what your deer are into. That's going to be your best bet. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. And until you find what they really like, what they really get into, once you find it, stay on it. Keep producing that, keep introducing that to them. Every time you go, even in the off season, throw out some of that alfalfa hay if that's what it is, or throw out, if y'all have that come here deer, go buy you a jug of that. And just, you don't have to throw a bunch, just throw a little bit out. That way they get used to coming around. It ain't just during the hunting season where they're, oh, well, here's a treat right there. Some of them get a little wiser on that. So until then, guys, hope you like my tip of the week. Until then, shoot straight, hunt safe, and God bless, guys. Bye.